I don't know what it's supposed to look like. You do, so, you know.
Any of these look good to you, though?
Yeah, any of these.
Okay.
I thought that's kind of how I look now, maybe, except blonder.
Similar, but her base is darker than yours.
Okay. I like a blend.
Okay.
I don't want to be all shockingly gray-white.
Okay.
What is your idea?
So first tell me your color history, though. Yeah.
I've been dyeing it for, 20 years or something, and mostly
At the salon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly I kind of dye it this darker color.
Okay.
That's usually what she...
here.
Yeah, that's what she puts in.
Okay.
But like I said, in 5 minutes it turns into this. It really won't... That's why I want to do it. It won't even hold the color.
Okay.
So I do that every couple months. It goes gray so fast.
Okay.
And it gets this color so fast. And I don't like it that light.
Okay. This
But
is feeling too light for you?
Yeah, too gold, too yellow.
Too yellow. Okay. Yeah, it is more on the warm side. The only thing is, the reason why your color has been getting light after she does it is because the amount of white hairs that you have it's more than the dark. So the pigment, when they put permanent color on there, it does fade out. So that's why the color was fading out so much.
Okay.
So for your type of natural color and what you have going on, I would suggest going lighter.
Okay.
Yeah. We can tone you down though, because some of the pictures look more neutral. One of the pictures looked more like a sandy blonde.
I probably would like it more neutral, don't you think?
Yeah, we can do it more neutral. The only thing is if it does fade. So it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for the toner to fade, and as it fades, it gets lighter and it gets blonder.
What I want, I'm sure you know, what I want is like the gray to blend in.
Yeah.
So I can grow it out. I mean, I can come
Totally.
have you fix it, but.
Yeah. So the difference what we're going to be doing from what you had before is you won't have this line of demarcation.
Yeah.
It'll be blended, but you're going to feel a little bit lighter than what you're used to. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then the lighter color won't be as brassy though.
Good.
Because this looks really warm to me. Like
Terrible.
in some lighting, it looks orangey.
So awful.
So.
Like I would have, if I wasn't going to do this, I would have gone obviously back to the salon. But.
Totally. The other thing is you have two options. We can do a heavy blend, meaning we can add a lot more lighter pieces to it to get rid of the warmth. Or if you're attached to being more dimensional meaning leaving more of the darker tone in between the light color that we're going to be putting
I like that.
Then you'll still see the warmth in between the light color as it fades out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So then when you come in next time,
yeah.
I always say wait as long as possible because I prefer your natural root to be a little bit longer from after the first session, because the second session, if you like being more dimensional, you like having the more dark in between, essentially what I'm doing next time is I'm picking up the dark I left out today. So if you come too soon, it will feel too blonde.
Okay.
So at least today we'll get you to a point where you can grow it out, get it more blended, but next time we'll be really picking out more of the warmth.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
so little by little as you come in, it'll get less and less orange, and then it'll get to a point where you can fully just let it go.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. And look at my face. My face is kind of orange-red, and then this is...
Yeah, well, after we go through the color and stuff, I'll have you look at some swatches, and then we can decide on what tone you might like better.
Okay, you probably have a better idea than I do.
I'll let you know what I suggest based off your photos, and then you let me know what you hate and what you like.
Okay.
And then we'll decide.
All right, great.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week we have a brand new client who felt like the color that she had before didn't really grow in soft, and she felt like it was turning a little too warm and golden for her. So we're going to switch things up for her as far as products and placement. So I want to for sure focus on trying to get rid of that old permanent color that she has in her hair, because it looks very orange to me, and in just overall making her hair look extremely brassy. And then on top of that, I want to focus on blending her grays with it. But she did say in the consult that she wanted to keep more dimension. She likes having the more dark. So we are going to be using a demi later in between her foils to, give her that depth back at her root. And this is going to soften her grow out with her natural roots growing in. It's going to be a lot softer than a permanent color, and it shouldn't fade as orange as her last color. With that being said though, I know her roots, she has a lot more salt white hairs versus the dark hairs, so that would create a bit of maintenance there. But I want her to see how this kind of fades out, and then for her to tell me that the dark is a little bit too much maintenance before fully going in, because I don't want her to feel like it's too blonde at the end, because it was really important for her to kind of keep some dark as we do this process. But you know, who knows, maybe down the line when she comes in for her second appointment, she might decide to not do the demi in between the foils, because she might realize that yes, it is giving a harsher grow out, which ultimately doing the demi and just only doing blending with highlights does give the ultimate soft grow out. But because of just her preference and what she prefers, we are going to be doing the demi, and then it'll be up to her whether or not she wants to do it next time, because it does create maintenance. I do have some clients that prefer doing the dark, and it doesn't bother them coming in with the regrowth enough for them to stop doing it, because some clients just prefer having more of a darker look on their hair versus going blonder, regardless of whether they have a lot of silver versus dark or not. And I usually always leave that up to the client, because I never want to force a color onto somebody if I know and I can hear from the words that they're using that they might not like it. Because at the end of the day, what I might suggest, it might not be something that they feel good wearing, and that's totally fine too. I'm there to kind of just help them decide and kind of guide them, but not pressure them to do any other color that they might not feel like themselves doing. So if you are new here, I always start in the back, and I do some detail hairline foils around the nape, and I'm taking my center section and pretty much just slicing. She does have some old highlights on the very ends of her hair, so I am being cautious with those areas and really just focusing the lightener on her regrowth and on where that permanent color is. Now, in the consultation, I gave her two options. The two options were to do a very heavy highlight and get rid of a lot of the orange as much as possible out, and just have her go blonder. But she preferred to have the dimension stay more on the darker tone. I'm so sorry, I don't have the photos of her inspo, but her inspo was very neutral. It wasn't anything too blonde at all. And I did let her know that this was going to lighten up blonde regardless of what we do, but at least leaving the appointment, she could feel beautiful and comfortable with whatever color that she ultimately chose. So right now I'm pretty much using the Danger Jones bleach, and we're using it with 20 volume. And the spacing on these, I am kind of spacing them a little bit close together, because yes, I do want to try and get rid of a lot of that warmth out as possible. Because whenever you have like a really brassy tone or the hair is more orangey against any type of blonde, no matter how ashy the blonde might be, the warmth really does overpower any type of ash tone. So I'm trying to pack these foils in as much as I can without making her feel too blonde, because we are going to be doing the demi too, but enough to try and get rid of the orange so that when it does fade, she just feels like a light blonde versus this orangey golden tone that she really doesn't like. And I already know that this is going to be a process, and to just see based off of how this faded out what her thoughts were will determine what next I will ultimately recommend her. And so I always tell my clients after they leave to just take note of the fade, if there was like a stage whether they loved or hated it, or how they felt like it grew out with their roots. And they don't necessarily have to tell me exactly what they are going to be getting that day, but they could just tell me how they felt about it. I it gives me a really good idea on what to recommend for their next appointment or just moving forward in general. And sometimes in the beginning, it might take a couple sessions for a client to even figure out what they like and don't like, and that's totally okay. I've had clients in the past think they like a certain color, and then we do it, and they ultimately decide that it's just not the best fit for them. So we start to decide on a different color and try it out. And all color is really trial and error, especially when you're doing a huge transformation like this, when you are someone who's done base color for years and maybe even someone who's never done highlights, and to go from that and to full on go and try the gray blending route can be quite a shock, and sometimes you don't know exactly what to do. And so in those cases too, I would recommend to first just like explore pictures that you like and don't like, and then you could also use like photo editing apps to see if that color would maybe suit you. But ultimately it's going to be a little bit hard until you really have it on your hair to see if that even makes you feel good when you have when you're dressed up or have your makeup done. But I feel like this type of transformation can be really huge for some people. So it sometimes will feel like such a drastic change, and sometimes even the smallest changes make it feel like a lot. And so I never want to pressure someone to go full on gray or anything like that. And so in today's transformation, we are doing a more subtle, soft change from what she came in with. But I really felt like after talking to her about what toners to use and everything, that this is what was going to make her feel the best after today. And although I did let her know that it will fade out and she will feel blonder, and just let her know what that looks like, then she can ultimately decide later if she would like to do something more gray or keep doing the same color. But even though she is doing more of a gray blending look today, we are doing a more natural, neutral version of it. And I feel like this is like the perfect first session to getting a client comfortable. And then over time, sometimes clients get a little bit more courageous and they'll start to convert to do more of a grayer look. So for her toner formulation, I'm going to be using the Danger Jones Gloss Toners, and I showed her the swatch book and gave her some options. She wanted more of a neutral tone, and when we kept looking at the swatches, she ultimately kind of chose like something that was more of a warm neutral. And so for her root formula, I am using the Danger Jones Gloss Toners. I did the 7-0, and then on the mids and ends, we did a 9-03 and a 7-8. Now, we didn't want to do something that was going to make her feel too dark or too ashy, so we went for more of a neutral, warm tone. Now, based off of how she feels later down the line, and if she says that it fades out, then we can give her some options that we could have done it a little bit more ashier, or we could have done it a little bit darker. So whenever a client tells me that they felt like their toner washed out a little bit too fast, those are typically the two things that I'll think of on how I can reformulate their formula to replicate it in a sense to where it lasts a little bit longer. And when I say it lasts a little bit longer, I usually will do about half level to a full level darker or ashier, depending on what their goals are, so that it really does last the full 6 to 8 weeks. When a client says that it lasts about 4 weeks, that's usually an indicator for me that they probably should have had a little bit of a darker toner or a little bit of an ashier toner.
How does it feel, Maggie?
Fabulous.
Better?
Great.
The roots feel more blended and soft.
It's fantastic.
Like that line is now gone.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I wish it would stay like this.
So yeah, it will lighten up, and then based off of how you feel, how the way it faded, you let me know, and I'm gonna adjust things next time.
Oh my gosh, so pretty.
Yay!
Wow. You are so talented.
Thank you, Maggie.
Wow, amazing. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Wow, love it.
Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I absolutely loved it. It's definitely a more neutral, warm tone, but at least we were able to kind of get rid of a lot of that old permanent color. So when this fades out, it will definitely fade out blonde, but at least a lot of that orange warmth will definitely be gone. And then we can see how she feels. If she feels like the toner washed out too fast, we can definitely just reformulate, but in this color family, and she absolutely loved it. Alrighty guys, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you guys next week.